I lost my hearing suddenly.
I was missing out on a lot of conversations.
Started noticing that I was asking people to repeat themselves.
And it wasn't until I came to Mark at Sharp Hearing that I feel like I finally met someone who not only had the expertise and the knowledge, but also the care and compassion.
When people come through the door, I want them to feel like they're coming home. I want them to feel like they're not just coming to an audiologist, they're coming to a friend.
Dr. McOmie has a personal stake in helping people hear. That came across instantly.
I grew up with a hearing loss. I had a virus when I was a kid, and it took my hearing away. And I just remember being self-conscious of wearing a hearing aid and people looking at me thinking he's not like the rest of us.
I had to be motivated because to me it was an embarrassment. Had come to a point in my life where I needed hearing aids because I didn't consider myself old, or I didn't want to be that person.
I was terrified when I first came in because I was afraid it was going to be like my other doctor's appointments with audiologists where it was just going to be, well, let's just fix this. Instead, with Mark, I found compassion, understanding, care. I think the fact that he has suffered hearing loss and has worn hearing aids himself makes him know things and appreciate things that other doctors and audiologists just can't grasp and can't understand unless you've walked through it yourself.
We're different in so many different ways. I understand the way how it feels. I know what it's like when you can't hear your spouse. I know what it's like when you can't hear your kids or your grandkids, or you're in a restaurant and it's so noisy that you can't understand your spouse that's sitting across from you.
A big benefit of this practice is the front desk. My wife did the calling around, but when they answered the phone, it just had a friendly tone, and I don't think she called anybody else.
So when someone comes in for the first time I've never met, we do a intake evaluation, and we're going through and saying, okay, how'd you lose your hearing? What happened? What are you looking for? Because everyone's on a different level and not everyone wants the same thing. And then we'll go in, we'll do a hearing test, a diagnostic evaluation, and we comprehensively go in and we say, okay, this is where your hearing is, this is why you're struggling the way you're struggling. And then we start breaking down what that person's needs and wants are. Because I'm going to fit someone that's 90 years old differently than someone that's 45 years old. Whether it's an in-the-ear hearing aid or something that goes over the ear, whatever works best for you. That's really what matters.
Sharp Hearing is a fantastic option where I can hear my children's voices again. I can hear their giggles. I can hear my husband when he talks to me, and I don't just have to be looking straight at him trying to read his lips or things like that.
And Mark was nice when I'd come in every 3 months to have him checked and tuned up. And may I say that is an important thing.
Every 3 months we have them come in, we're cleaning out their ears, we're cleaning up their hearing aids. Not very many places do that.
How they've changed my life. They've allowed me to be able to communicate with others and to broaden my horizons and be able to see and hear things that I forgot what they sounded like.
You really don't know until you try it how much of a difference it makes in how you perceive the world. Not only conversations, but the sounds of nature, sounds of birds and crunch of leaves on the ground and crunch of snow.
I am so grateful for Sharp Hearing because they know how to take care of you and how to treat you right.
Sharp Hearing is a fantastic option. It's amazing to have a doctor that doesn't just view me as their next paycheck or as a patient to check boxes with, but as someone who genuinely cares and is concerned about myself, my family, my situation, and how to walk alongside me with it and make things better.
They just do the best for your interests all the way along, and I'm really grateful for them.
I love them. They're very friendly, very open to talking, and it's not just about my ears, it's about personal lives.
It just adds color to the world that I don't think we really appreciate because hearing loss is so gradual. We don't appreciate that we've lost it.
I would just really encourage anyone that's having hearing issues to come in and get tested.
It's worth it to get your hearing tested. It's worth it to be able to find a doctor who will understand and care.
Definitely don't wait because you miss out on too much.
If you feel like this is the next step or you know that your spouse, your daughter, or your son, or maybe your father, your mother, they need that help, call us. You might change their life. You might make that difference that they wouldn't have otherwise chosen. At the end of the day, I want people to know that they are truly valued and truly cared here at Sharp Pain.